no go. Useless. The birds love this dress. I wonder if Francis of Assisi wore something like that.
Are you going to give me a hand now, Tom?
Sorry, love. Bit busy. You missed a bit.
Thank you. What are you doing?
Cutting out cardboard shapes.
That's you being busy then, is it?
Oh, yes, yes. Couple of dozen of these, shaped like hawks, and suspended over the garden, right? They cast their shadows, and it's a well-known fact the shadow of a predatory bird scares the living daylights out of the little also-rans. I don't know why I didn't think of it before.
No, I wish you had.
It's great, this, isn't it? Everything in our kind of life is a challenge. None of that boring, repetitive bit. I mean, the human animal wasn't meant to be a robot.
Not meant to be, no.
Oh, well, sure, we don't get much leisure time these days, but who needs it? I mean, take Margot and Jerry. You know, right now they're probably lolling about in their Swedish armchairs, sipping martinis, vegetating in front of their colour telly. I mean, who'd swap for that?
I
bloody won't! Something wrong?
Yes! I'm sick to the sight of that thing. I'm tired, I'm filthy. I feel 120, I must look 180.
Well, why didn't you say it?
Well, I just thought you might have noticed.
Oh, come on, we've never gone in for all that. There's something wrong and you've got to guess what it is, rubbish.
Well, you don't have to guess, actually. Just look at me.
All right, you're filthy, so what?
All right, it's not actually just me being filthy. What really gets me is you chirping away about how lovely it all is.
But it is.
Well, it isn't today, actually. It isn't today.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry, love. I don't keep track of dates anymore.
Oh, God, it's not that. No, I actually mean what I've been saying. You're chirping about those birds, and I'm stuck on my knees with this thing.
All right, very well. I'm not sure I like the term chirping. But if you mean that this life makes me happy, yes, it does. And I thought it made you happy.
Well, it doesn't today. I mean, it did yesterday, probably will tomorrow, but it just doesn't today.
I'm sure there's a joy in everything we do now.
What, scraping half a ton of rust off that thing?
Well, yes, even that. I mean, even the grotty jobs I find enjoyable.
Oh, yes, digging up that tree stump.
Yes. I'm not saying it was easy, but there was a joy in it, albeit a sort of savage, primeval joy.
You lying hound, you chucked the pickaxe at the goat.
That was just a move.
Well, what do you think I'm in? And if you actually want to know today, this moment now, this minute, if I would rather be sitting in an armchair with a drink or kneeling on the floor getting rusty with that thing, I would. What's more, I'm bloody well going to.
I know you're sniggering, Jerry. It's no good trying to camouflage it because I can see your shoulders quivering.
It does have its funny side, doesn't it? I mean, you pay £55 for a new dress, and it ends up on Tom's scarecrow.
I didn't pay £55 for it. I charged it to your account.
How much?
Don't say how much like that, Jerry. It's not an exorbitant figure.
It is when it comes out of my account.
Well, that wouldn't have been necessary if you weren't so penny-pinching with my clothing allowance.
Penny pinching? I could buy a third car out of your clothing allowance, a big one.
I'd have said a bicycle, personally, Jerry. As it is, I have to scour Bond Street for basically shoddy clothes, which are really only fit for scarecrows.
Good God, Margot, I mean, £55. Barbara would buy 3 dresses for that money.
Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
I mean that the homespun suits Barbara.
I always thought you looked rather cute.
Oh, I see. So you're married to a frump, are you?
How on earth do you make that equation?
I didn't make any equation, Jerry. You're the one who used the word.
The word frump never passed my lips.
You didn't need to. It was written all over your face.
Frump, 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 frump.
Here. Door, please, Jerry.
Hello. How nice to see you. Come along. It's that cute girl from next door.
Barbara.
Well, you said drop in, so I did.
It's lovely to see you. Do sit down. Chair, please, Jerry. Don't embarrass Barbara, Jerry. It's just a hole in her tights.
I was looking at her legs, actually.
Well, I suppose it's better than looking at a frump all day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've obviously come at the wrong moment.
Oh, no, dear. Jerry was just having one of his little tantrums.
Give it a rest, shall we, Margaret?
You're the one who started this silly argument, Jerry.
Suppose the mot juste. Well, I must say you're looking very
Horrible. Yes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't really have come round here like this.
Oh, heavens above, dear. We're old friends. What does it matter? Lift up a moment, would you?
Drink, how about a drink?
Oh, yes, please, Jerry. 2 dry martinis.
What have you been doing to yourself? You look worse than you did this morning.
Well, we've got this old range, you see, what with that and the electricity going off soon.
As well as the fair.
And I've been trying to get the rust off it all day.
Well, just you. What about Tom?
Oh, he's been trying to invent the ultimate deterrent in bird scarers.
Yes, well, the less said about that episode, the better. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jerry.
Jerry, we do have larger glasses.
She said you wanted 2 drinks.
Damn right. Cheers.
Something wrong chez toi, Barbara?
No.
You wouldn't have silly little arguments, would you?
No. Well, all right, give in, yes. We did have a silly argument, I suppose.
Really? What about?
Well, I've been on this blasted range all day, and there just comes a point when rust ceases to be a novelty, and I suppose it corroded my sense of humour.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's hardly a woman's work, is it?
No, I didn't mean that.
No, I agree with Margot, actually.
Oh, Jerry agrees with Margot. Hang out the flags. 3 cheers.
I agree with you, Margot, because on this occasion you just happen to be right. Our opinions do coincide sometimes.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
Not at all. You ought to watch Tom, you know. He'll have you yoked to a plough next. He's just an armchair revolutionary, old Tom. You're the one who has to man the barricades, or woman the barricades, I suppose.
No, that's not strictly true.
No, Jerry's right. Let me see your hands. I'm sorry to say this, Barbara. Those are the hands of a navvy. I rest my case.
No, you've got it all wrong. You make Tom sound like the squaw man. I mean, he does his share, more than his share.
Well, I've always admired your loyalty.
Now, when was the last time that Tom suggested you had a lie-in?
This morning, actually, I didn't get up till 6:30.
You do that in the army.
I'm sorry to say this, Barbara. He has turned you into a drug. If you allow it to continue, you'll become like one of those wrinkled old crones that one sees on the continent.
You missed a bit.
I wouldn't put it exactly like that. No, Margot's right. Marriage must be a fair division of labour.
Like ours.
No, not exactly like ours. I was thinking more 50-50.
Meaning what, Jerry?
Meaning not 80-20.
I would hardly call keeping this house in immaculate condition a mere 20%.
You don't. Mrs. Pearson comes in 5 times a week.
Well, there is the garden.
Yes, I know. Mr. Pearson comes in 3 times a week.
I pick and arrange all my own flowers, Jerry.
I bet you wouldn't do that if the Pearsons had a daughter who did flower arranging.
I don't know what has prompted this poisonous outburst, Jerry, but since we are dragging skeletons from under the bed...
Oh, get your metaphors right. Please, skeletons come out of a cupboard.
Well, thank you very much for correcting me in front of guests. I really must apologize for Jerry, Barbara.
Gone.
Well, the manners of some people.
Extremely rude.